Alright, it's me again. I'm back to knock out this video to show you some of the mistakes I made, fix some of the problems that we had with the last one. Hopefully this will go a lot better than last time. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the motor that I got to replace this thing with. This motor, in comparison, is a lot bigger. It's a Vector, or not Vector, but Vevor from Vevor.com. It's a 12 volt, 1 horsepower motor. So this thing here should handle what we want to do a lot better than this thing did. If you remember, this here burned up just trying to turn that thing over. But with this thing, we won't have that same type of problem because this is what it's built for. It's a machine grade. Basically, it's meant to go in a big machine at a factory. So it's supposed to stay indoors and it's supposed to work without fail. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our setup right here. We're going to fit this to it. And we'll take and start getting into some more of the wiring. So bear with me for a moment while I take this apart and add some of these mount pieces so that it'll be able to stay still. As you can see, this is our new motor. And we got it wired to the battery and to the alternator. We got a pulley on it. Now, as you can see here, they're pretty decent sized connections for this motor. The one on the right is a negative, the one on the left is the positive, and they're marked red and black. Can't get it any more clear than that. I took and made a grounding post right there for the frame. And then I took and put an on-off switch in place because this regulator requires a 15 amp or a 15 ohm resistance. Well, I'm having a problem with duplicating that, and I put the circuit breaker in place, but I think I'm going to end up bypassing it. And what's really nice is that switch provides a way of turning the whole system on and off. And we have that right there. Now, keep in mind, there is nothing else around to plug that into. That there is a true DC 1 horsepower heavy duty motor with its own built-on fan. And the idea is to have it run off the battery and turn the alternator. And that was our proof of concept, that that part can be done. So I'm gonna flip on our switch right here. I put a nice little light in there on it so it would take and get it. And now we got it spinning. Belt's loose and stuff, but it's doable. We can tighten it up by moving the motor just a little. But at the same time, it's what we were looking for. To run off the battery and spin the alternator. Now that's just like those perpetual ones. However, we have a battery in place. On my next video, I'm going to be putting on there everything that would be needed for where we're going with this here. how we're going to achieve our idea of powering our house or an RV or whatever we want to power with no extra help than what we have, our motor, battery, and an alternator. From here, all it is a matter of conditioning the power, having a big enough bank to power what we want to power, and having the equipment to get it from where it is to the house or to whichever part. And then some things to monitor it. And we're going to be adding some switches and some fuses, because as it is right now, this is a nice concept, but it's still not very safe. And as you saw when I turned the switch on, the blue motor jumped a bit. We can't have that. We need to adjust that. And then hopefully in my following video, not the next one that I'm doing, but the one after that, I'll have the single wire conversion here, and we can eliminate the rat's nest of wires and be able to simplify this and have it run a lot smoother. And I'm also going to take and beef up the framing on the motor so it doesn't twist and we can get the belt nice and tight. Okay? Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to show you. Let's turn this thing back on here. The other thing I wanted to show you is the RPMs. We have an RPM gauge right here that when we point the red light on there, it tells us what it's spinning at. And that is a whole lot of RPMs. Almost 5,000. That means that there pulley's spinning at almost 5,000 RPMs. 5,000 revolutions per minute. This here little pulley, what is it spinning at? That pulley there, spinning at about the same. Part of the reason why it is spinning so well is because there's no drag. The alternator's not kicking in to make a charge. The field isn't engaging. So as soon as that field engages, our RPMs are going to drop by at least half. So with that, we've reached our proof of concept. This can be done. Now it's just a matter of straightening it up and making it happen for real. All right. I told you where we're going, and I will take and show more in my next two videos. Flow chart plus what with the mod for the one wire, for changing this 4-wire to a 1-wire. I hope you guys like the videos. Please subscribe. I am really liking how this is turning out. Talk to you later. Bye.